Lakya Shaksurin Militam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dharati Swaparantikam Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. When Lord Chaitanya had returned from Gaya, then he began to show his identity as a great devotee. And shortly after, he began to show his identity also as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. It was at that time that Lord Nityananda joined him in his pastimes in Navadvip. It was at that time that the devotees were performing Sankirtan in the house of Srivasacharya every night. And throughout the day, all over Navadvip. So, Lord Nityananda and Haridas Thakur were chosen by Lord Chaitanya to go out and distribute the fruit of love of God to anyone and everyone. One day, they came across a crowd of people. The people said, stop, go. There are these two very dangerous personalities, extremely dangerous. They are known to kill. They are known to have set fire to the houses of people with people inside. Yes. These two brothers, they are the terror of Navadvip. Stay away from them. Nityananda got interested. He said, oh. He went forward and went to see. And there they were, the two brothers Jagai and Madai. They had each clay jugs with wine, and they were very drunk. They were also very aggressive. So suddenly, effulgent Nityananda stood in front of them. Haridas Thakur right by his side. But maybe a few steps behind. Then Lord Nityananda, he asked these two drunken brothers to chant. He said, chant the name of Hari, chant. And they looked at him, what is this? Then Madai attacked Nityananda with his clay jug. He hit him on the head. And Nityananda got a cut on his head and blood was gushing out. But Nityananda was not disturbed. He was peaceful. And in a peaceful mood, he still asked, no, please chant. Then Madai was ready to hit again. But Jagai had a change of heart somehow or other. He said, no, why are you beating again? He said, no, they're actually nice. They sing nice. And he stopped Madai. Then Madai started to fight with his brother, and the brother fought back, and the two were this. Meanwhile, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared from nowhere. Sudarshan Chakra raised, ready to kill the two brothers. Then Nityananda said, no, stop. In this incarnation, you have not come to kill. You have come to give the mercy to the most fallen. And so, Lord Chaitanya was stopped. For a moment he looked. Then Nityananda quickly said, Jagai, when Madai wanted to beat me for the second time, then Jagai stopped him. He saved me. Oh, Jagai saved you. Lord Chaitanya's mood immediately changed. He became full of mercy and he embraced Jagai. And Jagai, it said like all the sins of Jagai went into the body of Lord Chaitanya, and the body of Lord Chaitanya became blackish. For a moment he looked just like Krishna. And then, okay, he took his normal golden color again. And Jagai, he was just totally ecstatic, filled with love of God, dancing. And Madai was looking like, what about me? I mean, what he got, I should also get. Lord Chaitanya said, never, I will never forgive you, because you have beaten Lord Nityananda. Never, you will suffer for millions of births. No way will I give any mercy to you. So Madai said, no, that's not possible. I mean, Jagai and myself, we did everything together. We all did the same things. He said, only if Nityananda will forgive you. Then Madai fell at the feet of Nityananda. And Nityananda embraced Madai. And Nityananda also became blackish. And he also looked like Krishna. He also absorbed all the sins of Madai. Then Madai also became filled with Krishna Prem. But after that, Madai was still not happy. And Madai said to Lord Nityananda, he said, we have committed so many offenses, to so many, but we were always drunk, so we didn't even know who we offended. And no idea who they were. I mean, we were too far gone to figure out who we offended, but we know we offended many. All right, said Lord Nityananda. Then what you do, you make a bathing ghat at the Ganga, and all the pilgrims that come there, you wash their feet. In this way you will become purified. So they did that, and they received many pilgrims and washed their feet. But then one day, Madai came before Lord Nityananda, and Madai said, he said that, I cannot forgive myself. You may have forgiven me, but I cannot forgive myself. I cannot live with myself. How could I do this? How could I hit you over the head? No, I can never forgive myself for this. No. So then Lord Nityananda said, my dear Madai, he said, you know, from my point of view, you are just like a child. Right? So, you know, when a child hits his father doesn't take it very serious. I mean, you know, it's not a big, sometimes children, they may do something like that. Who cares? Who takes it so serious? Doesn't, yeah, you know, stop it now, but it doesn't affect the heart. In this way, Lord Nityananda said, don't worry, Madai. It is all right. Then finally, Madai became peaceful. Srila Prabhupada says that now the entire population has become like Jagai and Madai, and he says that now, but somehow or other they are becoming delivered by the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. Because the devotee of Lord Nityananda is even more merciful than Nityananda himself. So Nityananda is more merciful than Lord Chaitanya, and then the pure devotee is more merciful than Lord Nityananda. This is the nature of things. It's amazing how, because the devotee, he recognizes the people of this world. The devotee, he recognizes the suffering, he recognizes the foolishness, and somehow or other, when the devotee wants it, then even the Jagais and Madais can be transformed. So one cannot observe the appearance day of Lord Nityananda without commemorating Jagai and Madai. I know everybody knows the story, but how can we not remember? Because this is considered to be a miracle. This is the proof that miracles were performed by the Supreme Lord, that such fallen personalities were transformed. Everywhere, the mercy of Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda was spreading. Everywhere, devotees became touched. Everywhere. But not for Raghunath Das. Sorry. No. Raghunath Das will not get the mercy. No. Because Raghunath Das, his father is very rich. Very rich. Yes. So, no. He cannot get the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. No way. Not possible. At that time, 500 years ago, the father of Raghunath Das was making 12 lakh rupees, that means 1.2 million rupees a month. Even nowadays, even after 500 years, you would be rich if you had that kind of money. So it was an incredible amount of money then. I mean, they were just like filthy rich, right? And so Raghunath Das, he grew up like the son of a rich man. And Raghunath Das, he had many servants who were making sure that everything was all right, because he was a nice boy. The family was kind of happy to have a son. Oh yes, they had a son. But there was one problem with the son. He was a little bit too much interested in this Hare Krishna. That was something. So they were trying everything to make him forget it. So, all right. My dear son, it is your time to get married. Yes. We found this girl, and she is very, very nice. And she was. I mean, with that kind of money, most beautiful girl in the entire area, like she was like very beautiful, wonderful, good qualities, everything. Okay, tied a knot, so. And Raghunath. But Raghunath still had this problem, this Hare Krishna problem. What to do? So his father knew it well. So he arranged for assistance, because we don't want my son to have any inconvenience. So he got very nice servants and assistants who were actually keeping an eye on him and making sure he couldn't escape and was never alone. So in this way, then Raghunath heard that not far away, Raghunath lived in Saptagram, and not so far from Saptagram is Panihati. Panihati is a nice place where the Ganga flows in a straight line, and there are many big trees on the bank of the Ganga. And amongst these big trees, there is one majestic banyan tree. And under that banyan tree, there is a platform. And even up to the day of today, this banyan tree is still there. And if you're quick, you can still see it in Panihati. And there, Lord Nityananda sat under that banyan tree. Raghunath heard all about it. Day in, day out, Nityananda was there. Yes, Raghunath went. Many servants came, many Brahmin associates to keep an eye on Raghunath. Yes, but so when Raghunath saw Lord Nityananda, he became overwhelmed and he fell on the ground and offered his obeisances. Nityananda roared and said, look, there goes that chore, there goes this chore. Now in India, you try. If you ever go to India, try and call as loud as you can, chore. At the top of your lungs, just call, chore. Again and again. What will happen? That within seconds, there will be a mob of 1,000 people around you. Chor means thief. And yes, everybody is ready to deal with a thief. Oh yes. So Chaitanya of Nityananda said, the thief, he's a thief, catch this thief. So the people grabbed him and they brought him before Nityananda. Then Raghunath fell, he bowed down before Nityananda. And then Nietzsche said, you rascal, you thief, you stole away the opportunity for me to embrace you. Yes. And so, I am so sorry. I'm sorry for the inconvenience, Mataji. And so, something fell on the altar, yeah. What was it? I can't hear because everyone's Lampe. Gut, ach ja. Kann auch passieren. Yeah, so Lord Nityananda said that Raghunath had stolen away the opportunity to be embraced by him, and for that he would be punished. And now he had to arrange for a feast for all. So Raghunath, he arranged for a chip rice festival. And he started to arrange, he bought all the chip rice, all the yogurt, all the milk, and he had big pots, got many brahmanas, and they were making something special. Now Panihati, even today, that chip rice festival is still being celebrated. And it's traditional that you have 2 pots. You have to have 2, not 1. One with yogurt, one with milk. And then you have all kinds. So everyone is there. You see, you go to Panihati for the festival, you see all these people sitting there with their 2 pots. Everybody is there. ISKCON is also there. We have our tent there, and we have our chip rice, and of course we have the Western style of chip rice with whole gulab jamuns inside and with kilos of dried fruit and etc. I mean, nobody has as opulent as we have, but the Bengalis, they have all kinds of spices and make it quite tasty, you know, like in a way that we don't know, with some nutmeg and some other things. So you can just go there and taste different types of chip rice. At the time of Raghunath Das, the festival was enormous, and what happened was it was getting so crowded with people that there was no more space on the bank of the Ganga, and some people would just sit in the water of the Ganga with their 2 pots. Then what happened is people saw how Lord Nityananda was walking through the crowd. Others saw that Lord Chaitanya was also there, and they saw both of them, Lord Chaitanya, Lord Nityananda. Some saw only Nityananda. The ones who saw Lord Chaitanya, Lord Nityananda would see that Nityananda would take from every pot some chip rice, put in the mouth of Lord Chaitanya, and Lord Chaitanya would take some and put it in the mouth of Nityananda. In this way, they would go around all these pots of chip rice, and everything was maha, if you know what I mean. So it was just out of this world, out of this world. And after this, right, Raghunath Das went back home. And Raghunath received an instruction from a messenger of Lord Chaitanya. And the instruction was, just act normal. Okay, that's not so easy, right? I mean, if any of us would get that instruction, I don't know if that would do it, you know. Just act normal. Easier said than done, right? But anyhow, Raghunath Das got that instruction, and subsequently Raghunath Das, he was suddenly acting very calm at home. So they thought, oh, he's getting better now. He's getting over it. This Hare Krishna thing is getting better. Yes, he's growing out of it. Parents always hope it's a teenage thing or something, that wears off over time, says late puberty. But once that's over, then, he'll have some children, get a job, and everything will be fine. Light. Girgya. No. Yes, so in this way, Raghunadas suddenly stayed calm. So, one day, there was, Raghunadas was alone with his spiritual master, the family guru, Yadunandanacharya, who was also connected to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But, for a moment, Raghunadas, just with some pretext to his guru, he took advantage of the trust that he placed in him. And he escaped. And instead of going east to Puri, he went south, and he went a long way around, and eventually came to Puri and joined Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Because now he could, because now he had the mercy of Lord Nityananda. Prior to having the mercy of Lord Nityananda, it was not possible to join Lord Chaitanya. Now, what did that mean, having the mercy of Lord Nityananda? It meant he did service. He was engaged in service. And it was when he was engaged in the service, in devotional service, then he became qualified to join. Then he could actually leave his material life and free himself and stay dedicated to Lord Chaitanya. And for the rest of his life, he remained with Lord Chaitanya. So this is another very crucial pastime in the Chaitanya Charitamrita about Lord Nityananda. It's like a major point, that all of us must develop this mood of becoming an assistant of Nityananda, must develop this mood of being the servant, right? Of doing some devotional service, assisting him, because he's the leader of all the service, so many different services, and one should be the menial servant of the Lord. Isn't it that the Lord becomes the shoes of Lord Chaitanya, he becomes the plate of Lord Chaitanya, he becomes the dress of Lord Chaitanya, he becomes the asana of Lord Chaitanya. In this way, he takes all these different forms. When Vishwambar, this is before Nimai took sannyas, when he was still in Navadvip, he would walk around the streets, the aristocratic Brahmana, and with a bare broad chest, and with the Brahmin thread on the chest. And it was Nityananda who, in the form of Ananta says, became the Brahmin thread. In this way, Nityananda is the humble servant. So to assist Nityananda, to be ready to engage in any service, what service to do, whatever the Vaishnavas desire, that is the service. What is the most suitable service for me? Whatever the Vaishnavas desire is the suitable service. We remember how an aristocratic man, wealthy and famous, came to Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur and asked to join the Math, the Gaudiya Math in Mayapur. And Srila Bhaktisiddhanta, and he was looking for instructions of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta called one devotee who was taking care of the cows. He smelled like it. He was dressed like it, right? And he said, he will instruct you further. That man didn't last. He didn't make it. He went home. He says, he leaves me with some ghosh, with some cowherd man, yes. But that's what it means to be the servant of Lord Nityananda. To take any service as great mercy, any service that is given as precious. How precious is devotional service? Because devotional service can purchase Krishna. So this was the... okay, 1 second to watch the time. This was the mercy of Lord Nityananda. So this topic of the mercy of Nityananda is a very important topic, because we all know that we require the mercy of Lord Nityananda. Now, there are several questions can be asked. What is the mercy of Lord Nityananda? And how to get it? These are like the major questions that one would ask. What is it? So, when we say the mercy of Lord Nityananda is that we receive devotional service. And that is most blissful. The mercy of Lord Nityananda is that he shares ecstasy. This is Chayabhav. Chayabhav is the shadow reflection of ecstasy. So this is the nature of ecstasy. If we meet someone who has it, we can borrow from that person. So when we are meeting someone as ecstatic as Nityananda, you can borrow a lot. So even if you have no ecstasy, then you live on borrowed ecstasy, and suddenly it's there. Suddenly it's magic. Suddenly spiritual life has meaning. Suddenly spiritual life, all these questions like, what is the meaning of spiritual life, disappear. The meaning of spiritual life is simply to relish. Swadu, swadu, pade, pade. To relish at every step. What is the meaning of spiritual life? This is the meaning of spiritual life. What you mean, this is the meaning of spiritual life? No, this is it. What do you mean? This, what we're doing now, this is the meaning of spiritual life. Yeah, but, I mean, do you understand my question? Do you understand my question? My question is, what is the deeper meaning of spiritual life? This is really deep. This is deep. It doesn't get any deeper than this, because this is it. This is the ecstatic moment. This is it. But Om Jnana Timanandasya Gnanana Salakya Shakshura Militamina Tasmai. Blind. Blind. Yes. Due to blindness, we cannot see. But when the mercy of Nityananda is there, then we start to see, this is wonderful, this is amazing. Then we appreciate it, how precious this is. This is a temple. This is you are leaning against the pillar in the temple of Nrsingadev. Maybe he's inside. Have you thought about it? Possible. Palat! Yes, Father. Where is your Lord? He's everywhere, Father. Oh, he's everywhere. Is he in this pillar? Yes, he is. He is. You can lean against the pillar. But maybe Nrsingadev is inside. Who knows? Like that. We forget where we are. We forget the spiritual dimension of everything. We forget how that this devotional service is pure mercy. We forget. Oh God, it's always me. I always have to clean the kitchen when it's a total mess. Somehow I'm always on the roster. Guess what? Yes. Yeah. The roster again. Kitchen. Why does Basar always put my name there? Yes, because he's an agent of Nityananda. That is why. Somehow or other. So, that transcendental dimension, that one cannot see unless one has the mercy. So that is part of the mercy. That is Oma Jnana Timirandasya, that our darkened eyes are open. Nityananda is the Adi Guru, original spiritual master, opens our darkened eyes by giving us that experience of ecstasy, that all this is blissful. Right? That's a blissful pillar. Very blissful. Yes. I mean, this floor here, I mean, there's a lot of dust on this floor. A lot. From the feet of the Vaishnavas. Yeah. That's right. May as well. Come on, they were everywhere. Right? Yes. These things, they count. This is the vision of the great Vaishnavas. This is what you read. You read about the pastimes of Lord Chaitanya, Lord Nityananda. They see like that, right? Bhakta Padiduli, Bhakta Padaja, Bhakta Bhukta Avases, Tina Mahabal. It is the dust of the feet of the Vaishnavas. Yes. The water that has washed the feet of the Vaishnavas. And the remnants of foodstuffs of the Vaishnavas. These three are very powerful. So that takes spiritual vision, right? So the mercy of Nityananda means we get that transcendental vision because we are borrowing his ecstasy. Yes. So devotion, and then we begin to see everything differently. Then we see the value of everything. We see how places like this are the greatest places on earth. In truth, the temples are the greatest places on earth. Now, when you have been in separation from a temple for a long time, you appreciate that. You come to the temple and say, yeah, it's true, it's so nice. The temple, they are the greatest place on earth. When you've been here for a while, you go, yeah. I'll tell you the inside story. No. There is an inside story in the inside story. It is, we come new and we think, yes, this is the greatest place. Then we are here for a while and we know the real truth and we know everybody, who they really are. But then we begin to realize that actually, these people are really great, actually. They are. Devotees are really special. They are. This is all the mercy of Nityananda. So it is our vision that changes, and with that changed vision, we get a changed heart. The heart is not some sort of thing, change of heart. Right? There's a chapter in the Bhagavatam called Change of Heart. All right, so my heart was black, and now, pitch coal black. Right, and then it becomes beautiful white, like angel white or something. No, it is that the feelings are changing. The experience is changing. One begins to see different, then one begins to feel different. One begins to totally experience everything different. If we don't see anything, and we walk in this temple, and we think, yeah, okay, it's nice, but a lot of people, and they're pretty. These kirtans are really wild, loud, and when this pujari, when he blows his conch shell, wow, where is my Oropax? Yes, this is not an advertisement, by the way, but you know what I'm talking about. You're thinking, where are my earplugs? Yes, this is too much. This is, oh yes, and it's not clean. There's dust on the floor. What is this? Yes, this is ecstatic dust. It must be on the floor. We want such dust. Oh, das Staub. Ja, in Deutschland Staub kann nicht sein. Ja. Nein, Staubverbot, ja. Ja. Ein Totalstaubverbot. gibt es nicht in Deutschland. Staub. Ja, einfach. No dust. It's forbidden. It's not allowed in this country. I'm sorry. We cannot have it. Yeah. So the transcendental vision changes everything. The mercy of Lord Nityananda is also touching people who were like lost. Oh, there are many people in the world, right, who are in the lower modes of nature. We see people dwelling on the streets. In some parts of the world, so many. We see the most poor, the most impoverished people who really are suffering. Somehow or other, in this life, they did not have the karma to get an education. They never got. Somehow or other, in this life, they did not have the karma that they could afford to buy nice vegetables and fruits and all these things. Somehow or other, although these things were growing in abundance in their country, they could never afford it. The mercy of Nityananda is coming to the streets. Yes. We saw a wrath cart coming through the streets of a township in South Africa, an area of African people have been kept and kept down and are kept in poverty. No education for them. No water. One tap for 1,000 people. One tap, 1,000 people. Big lines. Waiting to fill their buckets, bring some water home. Water, a rare commodity. Talking about dust. Talking about dust. There is one area, it is in Afrikaans, which is very similar to German. It is called Stoffland. Das bedeutet Staubland. Staubland, yeah? Dustland. They live in Staubland, yeah? Yeah. Yes, serious. There is in South Africa a place called Staubland. And the people live there in great poverty. And you know, there is one thing in Staubland, grapes. Grapes. And they grow these grapes. And they put it in the nice plastic boxes that go to our supermarkets. The people, they work 14 hours a day to pick the grapes in Staubland, and they have to put them in plastic boxes so that they are ready for our shelves in the supermarkets, in the Aldi. Yes, and Rewe and so on. Yes, for our grapes. And these people, they don't have grapes. They never eat grapes. They're expensive. They can't afford it. They can pick them, but not eat them. If they get caught, they're in trouble. They'll cut your money. They don't not pay. Thief, you're stealing grapes. Yes, we will not allow this. Like this. It is in Staubland. Yes. And the people are from Staubland. Yes. So suddenly, there was a Rathayatra cart in Staubland. And the Rathayatra cart was decorated with fruits. Lots of fruits. And there were lots of fruits, and all the people in Staubland got fruits. They never had them before. I said, wow, amazing. In the end, our Kavi Chanda Maharaj in his old age would find the most poor ones, the ones that were homeless on the street, and he gave some mercy to them. That's the mercy of Lord Nityananda. To look for those who need it most. And the agents of Nityananda are everywhere. At one point, there were no more fruits to distribute. Then I said, take all the decorations of the chariot and distribute them also. And I myself grabbed a big pineapple, and I went to a house, and these old people were living there. And I gave them the pineapple. And they said, is this for us? Can we have it? We don't have to pay. Their whole life, they live in pineapple loka, and their whole life they never had a pineapple. Yeah. It's too much, no? In Staubland. Yes. So, but the mercy of Nityananda goes to such places and reaches such people and just touches their lives. And the kirtan party came back and had been there before, and the people already knew the melody. Oh yes. One devotee had ventured out and had started, we were chanting Hare Krishna, and it started like, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare. And then someone started, Nityananda Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo. This is Africa. So the ladies go, they liked it, the Hari Bo. So they went, Hari Bo. And we were back to Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. They were Hari Bo. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hari Bo. Hare Ramo, Hari Bo. Ramo, Hare Hare, Hari Bo. It was rocking. It was Africa. Then someone did a step, 1, 2 forward and 1 leg up. 400 people did 1, 2 forward and 1 leg up, all perfectly synchronized. Oh, suddenly there in Staubland, the mercy of Lord Nityananda was manifesting, because now these people, they were dancing better and chanting better than any of us could ever do. Yes, because this is the gift, the land of Africa, where every word is a song, where every step is a dance. Yes, somehow or other, they have these blessings. In the middle of their poverty, there are some blessings. And so, the Sankirtan movement of Lord Chaitanya, Lord Nityananda, by Lord Nityananda's mercy, is just touching the lives of all these people. And I don't know if they suddenly start following all the regulative principles and all that. That I don't know. But I know that they got a taste. They got a taste that they never had before. And we see it everywhere. Huh? We were in Italy, Harinam, sorry, you have to wear mask. So it's like, oh God, Harinam with a mask. Here we go again. Yeah, masquerade, yeah. So we're on Harinam with a mask, right? Then, we go, there's this marketplace, and we go near the marketplace, and at one point the Italian police come, and they're very fiery, No. Okay. I was leading, I go, all right, And anyway, but then after, they started very loud, but then after that, yes, no problem. But you do it over there. And there were no people. There's in the middle, there was some sort of park, a few benches. They said, you do it there. And we're looking there, there are no people. Then we started there. And then suddenly all these young people came, and they all joined us, and they all started dancing, and they were happy. They were having so much fun. That Harinam, we didn't care about masks anymore anyway. Masks were flying in all directions. Because the mercy of Lord Nityananda was going out. People were transforming. They got a taste of happiness. They were so ecstatic, they'll never forget it. These are the moments when we know that the mercy of Lord Nityananda is there. Like when people get some happiness, this is the moment. And these are the magic moments. Magic Nityananda. Oh yes, magic Nitai. Nitai's magic tricks. And Nitai, he can do And this is what we are. This is how we look at the mercy of Nityananda. And it's addictive. When miracles, when you become an instrument, when you become part of those miracles, right? Like you do a kirtan, and then suddenly the people are becoming ecstatic, they transform. Or you distribute a book, and it really changes someone's life. That's when you grow wings. I mean, I've looked for my angel wings, but I never found them, right? But at times like that, I can fly, I tell you. Then I can fly when I see that people are taking the mercy. That's like mercy for me. Then I become very ecstatic. That's like where the taste is. That's when I'm like, that's when the ecstasy is there. When you tell me about Radha Krishna Vrindavan, I like it. It's nice. But the ecstasy is not the same as when I see that the mercy of Lord Nityananda is going out. That mercy of Lord Nityananda, when it's going out, and when I'm the instrument, I tell you, I feel the magic coming out of my fingers. Nityananda's magic in my fingers now. Yes, this is the ecstasy. This is it. Right? This is it. The mercy of Lord Nityananda. Spreading everywhere. So we're part of it. We're living in this, in the middle of it. And this morning we were discussing how Lochan Das Thakur writes in his Nitai Gunamani that everywhere becomes flooded by an ocean of Krishna Prem, yes. And it's not drowning the devotees, no, not drowning, although it's like everywhere, but then in the end the devotees are just floating in that mercy. Just floating, being carried by it, see? That mercy carries us. It carries us. Then, suddenly, yes, 4 regulated principles, yes, no problem. 16 rounds already finished, yes, let's chant some extra, yes, no problem. When we are blissful, can I do some service? Yes. When we are in ecstasy, some more prasad, yes. More kirtan, yes. But shouldn't you sleep? Later, yes. It's too excited to sleep now. This mercy of Lord Nityananda is what makes everything magic. That is what we need. Okay, we are having a few minutes in case someone has a question or a comment, and then we'll have a play. Yes.
How to get the mercy of Nityananda and how to lose it. What should we do to get it, and what should we avoid to lose it again?
How to get the mercy of Nityananda. Well, I guess you first get it by accident. Not by our own plan or anything. It somehow or other comes into our life. Brahmanda Brahmite Kona Bhagavanaji, by Krishna and by the Vaishnava. They bring it to us. And then you don't know what you're getting, but you're getting something. And you know it's something, but you don't know quite what it is. And then gradually but it was enough to say, wow, that was something special. I want that again. And you want it again. Then you go looking for it. And then gradually, as we start looking for it, for that mercy again, that taste, we start to find out more about it, what it actually is about. In this way, it's very hard to lose the mercy of Lord Nityananda. Very hard. Because, you may say this morning, Vaishnava Aparad, yes. But, even then, it can be purified. It's the reaction even to an offense is not eternal. It may, of course, it may cause take a long time. but one can also be forgiven. Nityananda is always ready to forgive. Yeah. So losing it, we are careful to appreciate the Vaishnavas. Let us control our lower nature. Srila Prabhupada speaks about how to tame a tiger. And he says, when you want to tame a tiger, Samaraj Prabhupada knew everything about everything. He knew how to tame tigers. I mean, it's sort of like, I don't know about you. I never learned that in school. I learned a lot of things, but not about taming tigers, and I'm not particularly eager to try either. Right? But Prabhupada knew exactly how to tame a tiger, and he's quite sure that he could have done it, if he would have he would have done it quite well. So Prabhupada says, okay, you put the trap, the cage with some bait and this, that, the tiger is in the cage, bang, door closed, right? You have the tiger in the cage. Now, then you take the cage, put in a bigger cage, you let him out of the small cage, he's in the big cage. Then you don't give him anything to eat. Now you know how it is on a fast day, right? The first meal is possible. When you miss the second meal, it gets serious. After that, your legs are like rubber, right? You can hardly stand anymore. It becomes very difficult to even lift an arm. So you make the tiger fast for 3 days. Then the trainer comes in the cage. He wears boots, whip, has a chair. Tiger is in a bad mood. Then the trainer beats him up with the whip. The tiger is like, then it's getting too much for the tiger, It's like it was already fasting, it was already depressing, and now he gets beaten up as well. And then he just goes to this, it's like, and then the man leaves him. More fasting. Then the man comes back again after some days. By now the tiger is finished, half dead. Then the man raises the whip. The tiger falls at his feet. No, please, no. Then the trainer gives him something to eat. From that day, okay, you are my master. Anything you want, as long as you feed me. Yes. In this way, you train a tiger, Prabhupada says. So in the same way, Prabhupada says you have to lock up the senses and make them fast. Because when we feed the senses, then these senses will become very strong. And when they become very strong, when we feed the senses with sense gratification, then the senses, they say, I want a vacation from this Krishna consciousness. When are we going to have a break? It's a Saturday night. Yes, this is the issue. So, therefore, Srila Prabhupada gave us 4 regulative principles so that we can put the tiger of our senses in the cage and make him fast, so that they become weak, these powerful senses, so that they won't take us away from the mercy of Nityananda. Because the senses, when they become too absorbed in sense gratification, then we go, yeah, Nityananda, yeah. Yes, very nice, yes. The mercy, yes, very nice. Can I get some more? Sense gratification. Yeah. I like chanting Hare Krishna, but I want a vacation. Like this. Anyway, that's my perception on it. It is 6:19 and I was told there is a play now. So I'm going to get off this seat and join you and wait for the play.
Swadhanas Kadamba Kanana Maharaj ki.
da se svi skupe. Čekaj da se svi skupimo ovdje. Čekaj, ne možeš ništa govoriti, još ti reći kako. Okay, jetzt müsst ihr hier kommen, alle hier kommen.
Ja, muss man einschalten. Rote Knopf. Das Vorfußball.
Is Arjuna need one? Okay.
Hare Krishna.
Molim Krishna nas pomogne. Okay. Ajde, počni. Čekaj. Čekaj.
Schnell unten.
Ne.
Einfach ohne.
Einfach ohne, ja. Das kann man machen.
Er hat zwei Mikrofone.
Okay. Geht's los.
Liebe Gäste, willkommen zu unserem Theaterstück über... Liebe Gäste, Haribol. Liebe G Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Okay. Liebe Gäste, willkommen zu unserem Theaterstück über Nityananda und wie er seine Spiele verbracht hat.
Wir spielen den Krieg von Lanka. Okay.
Musst du Rolle verteilen.
Du bist in Trayodasi. Du bist Hanuman. Ach, du bist Jambavan. Du bist der Löwe. Du bist ein Affe und du bist
Okay, geht's los.
Auf einmal kam Indrajit und schoss seinen giftigen Pfeil genau in Lakshmans Herz.
Eure
So spielte Nityananda mit seinen Freunden die Lilas von Ramachandra und Krishna nach.
Do we have a standing mic? This is no. Krishna. You can put a standing, and I will stand and chant. Jayo, Jayo Gora Chande Aratiko Shobha Janavi Tatavane Jagamana Dakhineni Taicha Bamegadadhara Dakhineni Taicha Mame Gadadhara Ekate Advaita Shrini Vasa Chatradhara Bosi Ache Ghorachat Ratna Simasane Bosi Ache Ghorachat Ratna Simhasane Arati kore na Brahma Adi Devakane Narahari Adikori Chamara Dhulaya Narahari Adikori Chamara Dhulaya It's okay, it's okay. Sanjaya Mukunda Bhashu Go Shadigaya Shankha Bhaje Kantha Bhaje Bhaje Karatala Shankha Bhaje Kantha Bhaje Bhaje Karatala Madhura Mridanga Bhaje Paramarasala Sankha Bhaje Kanta Bhaje Madhur 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 Bhaje Sankha Bhaje Kanta Bhaje Madhur 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 Bhaje Kantha Bhaje Kantha Bhaje Madhur 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 Bhaje Kantha Bhaje Kantha Bhaje Madhur 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 Bhaje Baho Koti Chandra Jini Badana Ujjwala Baho Koti Chandra Jini Badana Ujjwala Gala dese banna mala kore jala mala Shiva Shuka Narada Prem Gada Gada Shiva Shuka Narada Prem Gada Gada Bakati vinoda dekhe Gorara sampada Gorangara roti shobha Jagadan manalobha Roti Gorangera roti shobha Jagadan manalobha Gorangera roti shobha Jagadan manalobha Gorangera roti shobha Jagadan manalobha Haribo 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 Sagar Haribo 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 Sagar Haribo Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nityananda Prabhupada Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Prabhupada Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Prabhupada Pracharine Shesha Shunyavadi Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Yadvaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gora Bhaktavinda Prabhu Nityananda Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gora Bhaktavinda Prabhu Nityananda Advaita Sivasadi Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gora Bhaktavinda Nityananda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Haribo. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bolo, bolo. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bolo, bolo. Hari Bol, Jai Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hari Bol. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Sorry, I don't like this. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Nityananda, Gaura. Nityananda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram. Nitai Gauranga Jaya, Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga Jaya, Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga. Jai Nitai Gauranga Jaya, Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga Jaya, Nitai Gauranga. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Gauranga, Nityananda, Gauranga. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Nityananda Ram, Nityananda Ram, Nityananda Ram, Jaya Nityananda Ram. Jaya Nityananda Ram, Jaya Nityananda Ram, Nityananda Ram, Jaya Nityananda Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Gauranitai Jaya, Gauranitai, Gauranitai Jaya, Gauranitai. Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai, Gauranitai Jaya, Gauranitai. Govinda Jaya Jaya, Gopala Jaya Jaya. Govinda Jaya Jaya, Gopala Jaya Jaya. Radharamana Hari, Govinda Jaya Jaya. Radharamana Hari, Govinda Jaya Jaya. Govinda Jaya Jaya, Gopala Jaya Jaya. Govinda Jaya Jaya, Gopala Jaya Jaya. Radharamana Hari, Govinda Jaya Jaya. Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopala Jaya Jaya Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopala Jaya Jaya Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopala Jaya 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 Gopala Jaya 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 Gopala Jaya Jaya Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopala Jaya Jaya Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopala Jaya Jaya Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopala Jaya Jaya Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopala Jaya Jaya Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya Mana Hari Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare
I will fall to sleep. We're done now, right?
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nityananda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Nitai Gauranga Jaya, Nitai Gauranga. Nitai Gauranga Jaya, Nitai Gauranga. Nitai Gauranga Jaya, Gaurahari. Nitai Gauranga Jaya, Gaurahari. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Nitai Gauranga Jai Nitai Gauranga 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 Nitai Gauranga Jai Gaura Hari Nitai Gauranga Jai Gaura Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jai Jai Prabhupada 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 Jai Jai Prabhupada Jai Jai Prabhupada 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 Nitai Gaura Haribo 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 Nitai Gaura Haribo Nitai Gaura Haribo 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 Nitai Gaura Haribo Gaura Premanande Prabhupada ki jai Nityananda ki jai Nityananda ki jai Nityananda Ram ki Shri Srimade Bhagavan Prabhupada ki Jai Om Vishnupada Paramhamsa Parivrajikacharya Stotra Sata Shri Srimad Sri Bhaktivinoda Swami Prabhupada ki jai Jai Om Vishnupada Paramhamsa Parivrajikacharya Stotra Sata Shri Srimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj ki jai Namacharya Haridas Thakur ki jai Ananta Koti Vaishnavrinda ki jai Prem se kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaura Bhaktavrinda ki jai Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shamkun Hakun Giri Govardhana ki jai Vrindavan Dham ki jai Jagannathpuri Dham ki jai Mayapur Dham ki jai Bhakti Devi Tulsi Devi ki jai Manamayi Gangamai ki jai Gaura Premanande All glories to assembled devotees All glories to assembled devotees All glories to assembled devotees All glories to Shri Guru and Gauranga All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Namaste Narasimhaya Namaste Narasimhaya. Praladala Dadaine. Praladala Dadaine. Praladala Dadaine. Hiranyakashipurvakshaha. Hiranyakashipurvakshaha. Silatankanakalaye. 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 Ito nisingo, para to nisingo. Ito nisingo, para to nisingo. Narasimhamanim Sharanam Prapade. 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 Tavakara Kamalavare Nakama Bhutta Singha Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanubeyam Keshavadrita Narari Rupa Jai Jagadesha Hare Jai Jagadesha Hare Jai Jagadesha Hare. Keshavadrita Narari Rupa Jai Jagadesha Hare Jai Jagadesha Hare Jai Jagadesha Hare. Keshavadrita Narari Rupa Jai Jagadesha Hare Jai Jagadesha Hare, Jai Jagadesha Hare. Jaya Nisimade, Jaya Nisimade, Nisimade, Jaya Nisimade. Jaya Nisimade, Jaya Nisimade, Nisimade, Jaya Nisimade. Jaya Prahlad Nrsimha, Prahlad Nrsimha, Prahlad Nrsimha, Jaya Prahlad Nrsimha. Jaya Prahlad Nrsimha, Prahlad Nrsimha, Prahlad Nrsimha, Jaya Prahlad Nrsimha. Jaya Lakshmi Nrsimha, Lakshmi Nrsimha, Lakshmi Nrsimha, Jaya Lakshmi Nrsimha. Jaya Lakshmi Nrsimha, Lakshmi Nrsimha, Lakshmi Nrsimha, Jaya Lakshmi Nrsimha. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Srila Prabhupada. Shri Lakshmi Nrsimha Dev Bhagavan Ki Jai. Shri Prahlad Nrsimha Dev Bhagavan Ki Jai. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Shri Nityananda Trayodasi Mahamahotsava Ki Jai. Gaura Premanande Hari Hari Bol. No, it's because it's moved. Yeah.
Genau, oben.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai, Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai. 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 Jaya Nityananda Ram, Jaya Nityananda Ram, Nityananda Ram, Jaya Nityananda Ram. Jaya Nityananda Ram, Jaya Nityananda Ram, Nityananda Ram, Jaya Nityananda Ram. Jaya Nityananda Ram, Jaya Nityananda Ram, Nityananda Ram, Jaya Nityananda Ram. Jaya Nityananda Ram, Jaya Nityananda Ram, Nityananda Jaya Nityanandaram, Jaya Nityanandaram, Nityanandaram, Jaya Nityanandaram. 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 Jaya Nityanandaram, Haribo, 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 Nityanandaram, Haribo. Nityanandaram, Haribo. Haribol, Tagore, Haribol. Tagore, Haribol, 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 Tagore, Haribol. Tagore, Haribol, 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 Tagore, Haribol. Nityananda, Haribol, 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 Nityananda, Haribol. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Shri Nityananda Trayodasi Mahamahotsava ki jai. Gaura Premanande Hari Hari Bol.
Oh my god, oh my. It's not gonna be good. Let's give it a try.
Now for the pleasure, the worships will be singing special music performance by
Das. Oh. Okay. Fine. I didn't say sorry. I don't know if there's any justice in this world.
God.
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hey Govinda, hey Gopala, Vasudeva, Nityananda, 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 hey Govinda, hey Gopala, Vasudeva, Nityananda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Da hast du selber, oder?
Ach, ich entscheide, wann sie schlafen gehen.
Oh.
Aber ich habe morgen früh Szene. Was fandest du besser, den ersten oder zweiten?
Des Zweiten.
Ja? Wollen wir noch ein bisschen das zweite? Noch
Ja.
ein bisschen.
Da konnte ich mit Karate spielen.
Ja, ist gut. Ist gut. Oder ein anderes will ich noch.
Ja.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Kadamba Gora Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Kadamba Gora Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Kadamba Gora Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Kadamba Gora Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Okay, Hare Krishna.
Haribo! Ich muss jetzt ins Bett, ich bin müde. Nitai Gaura Premanande! Ja, hast du deine Armbänder noch? Okay.
Wie bitte? Was sagst du? Magst du Gitarre spielen?